A large contingent of police has been deployed to all roads leading to the Northwest University's Mahikeng campus. Protesting students have blockaded roads and the university entrance with burning tyres. They're part of students around the country demanding free higher education and the scrapping of historical debt. Management of the Mahikeng campus has undertaken to engage student leaders to try and find an amicable solution to the impasse. The university says it is owed 194 million rands by more than 11,000 students. But the university says it is prepared to assist deserving students. Let's cross back to our reporter Sentleeng Lehihi for more. Sentleeng, a very good morning once again. What's the latest?
All roads leading to the Northwest University's Mahikeng campus remain closed since yesterday afternoon. We have seen students here, embark in these protest actions in their demand for, no fee exclusion by other students who have not been able to register and partake in the academic year. We have seen students out here burning debris and tires in their demand to ensure that what they demand is heeded by the university. We understand that the university has just recently released a statement to notify students of the immediate closure of the campus and what is expected to be the students vacating by no later than 2 o'clock tomorrow. But we have seen students react with, some anger to the statement and saying that it shows that the university is not really willing to negotiate them or with them in good faith. But we'll have a more detail on what is actually transpiring in the university. We're going to speak to one of the students who actually resides on Res. Africa, just give us your full name and how is the situation inside?
Hi, good afternoon, morning, I'm not sure. My name is Africa Taba. The situation is, it's taken a turn for the worst. Management doesn't want to cooperate. It's almost as if we're villains for asking for better education. I've been here for almost a month now. I'm still not registered. I have an outstanding balance, and it's really heartbreaking because now they won't let us enter campus as if we're doing something wrong. You understand? Now they're telling us to leave tomorrow. They've switched off the Wi-Fi, they've switched off the water. So what do they expect us to do? And yet online education is still going on in Poch campus and Val campus. So it's really quite a mess, and it doesn't look like it's going to end anytime soon. So I wonder what's going to happen now that they're telling us to leave. We don't even have money. I stay in Cape Town. When am I going to get to Cape Town with what money? So here we are. We're still strong, we're still resilient. We still with the same view that no more fees falling. We want free education. 5 years have passed. We asked for fees to fall. They still didn't fall. That was my first year. 4 years later, I'm still here singing the same song. So it gets redundant. It really does. First years have just arrived and now they're telling them to leave. So we're here. We're not moving. We remain unshaken. And the fight continues. But you appeared a bit despondent. The heat is also rising. Everybody's seeking shelter. I've been up since 6 a.m. sweating, burning. They wouldn't let us in. They wouldn't open because allegedly they wouldn't even give us a reason. What hurts me the most is that we're being victimized for being actual victims. We're the victims of the system here, and yet the system's trying to make it seem like we're the villains. Thank you, Africa, for your time. Scorching heat here in the provincial capital, Mahikeng. We see some students have actually come down from their demonstrations earlier. They were singing quite loudly earlier, but for now, everybody's seeking shelter under the streets and just coming to terms with the expectation that each and every one of them would be expected out of campus by tomorrow, 2 o'clock. We'll keep giving you rolling coverage on developments here at the Northwest University's Mahikeng campus. For now, back to you in studio.
Thank you so much, Sentleeng. We'll definitely be coming back to you in a bit. Now, a group of students at the Motheo TVET College in Bloemfontein are demonstrating outside the institution's main campus. They are accusing management of backtracking on promises to assist poor students. Some students say they did not receive their results from last year, while others say they were promised laptops and textbooks, which they have not received. Some of these students are facing evictions from their accommodation because the National Student Financial Aid Scheme has not provided their funding. For more on the story, let's cross live now to Ishmael Modiba. Ishmael, good morning to you once again. What's the latest?
Well, Desiree, as we have saw earlier in the morning, like as compared to yesterday, the students here at Motheo TVET seems, to continue with their action, because yesterday they handed over a memorandum, but today they decided that they will continue with their, protest action. They vow that they will continue up until their demands are met. While speaking to some of the students, they are saying that their frustrations is that they have applied for NSFAS. They are coming from different families. You find that some their application was for transport, some was for the entire tuition, but it becomes difficult for them. If you have applied for transport, you are not getting that assistance. You are not getting that assistance for the money that is allocated to pay for the accommodation, and you have to borrow money, and it becomes frustrating as the landlords where they are demand their money that is agreed upon. But to tell us more with regard to action that is happening, because we saw in the Central University, it's quite, it's quiet as compared to yesterday. Now we do have the interim president of the Central University of Technology, that is Moses Ntonyane. Moses, what is the way action for today with regard to Central University, and as you liaise with other leaders of other institutions, what is the way forward?
Thank you very much. Yesterday, contrary to the attitude we had received from management in the previous week, I received a message from the registrar of the university. In fact, I received a call where I had to address all the concerns and issues of the students from the Central University of Technology, Free State. I was then requested to submit through an email all the issues that affect the students of CUT, including the memorandum of demands of SAUS. We are waiting for a meeting with management on Thursday, and while we wait, there will be nobody working at CUT except for cleaning staff. The cleaning staff are there because we have a view that students at residences need to stay in a hygienic place so that at least we are able to protect them from the spread of the COVID-19.
Well, that is the situation with what is happening currently in Bloemfontein. We have in the morning, visited the CUT where it was quiet, including the University of Free State. But as you can see behind me, some of the students here on Motheo, they are still, continuing the protest. Earlier on, the police came and ensured that they don't disturb traffic, and the police bike is still on the side of the road just to ensure that there is a free flow of traffic here, and that is the current situation at the Motheo TVET here in Bloemfontein.
Thank you so much, Ishmael, for the latest from Bloemfontein. Ishmael Modiba there. Johannesburg Metro Police have increased deployment in and around the Central Business District as students prepare for another day of protest. Last week, scores of students from WITS and the University of Johannesburg took to the streets to protest the financial exclusion of some learners. Students are also demanding the scrapping of historical debt. For more, let's now bring in our reporter Hasina Gori. Hasina, we spoke to you earlier on. What's the latest?
Good morning. What I can tell you at the moment is that students are currently on main campus of the University of Johannesburg here in Auckland Park, mobilizing other students to join in the protest, conscientizing them, as they say, on why they should be part of the struggle. I've been told that there has been a meeting sent out, a notice sent out, and that the students will meet by at least 11:30 here at UJ campus to come together and demonstrate, similar to what we saw yesterday. But also I'm hearing that at least 5 University of WITS students are expected to appear at the Johannesburg Magistrates Court. If you remember, Desiree, they were arrested yesterday during that protest that took place between Auckland Park and Bloemfontein, where students from both universities took their protest to the street. They were met by quite a strong contingent of police officers, as well as water cannons and pepper sprays. We know that one student was shot in the leg, allegedly by police officers. The police have since denied that any shots were fired, saying that they only used water cannons and pepper spray, that there was no use of any live ammunition or shots being fired. That student is at the Mopark Hospital. She is in a stable condition. I'm told that the police are meant to interview her either today or tomorrow to get more information on what exactly transpired. For now, the situation here at the University of Johannesburg pretty calm. There's not many police officials right now. I've also been told that at the University of Wits as well, students are continuing studying. I think we need to be cognizant still of the fact that it is first semester in lockdown level 1, where many universities, especially Wits, have done online or virtual learning, so there's not many students that are currently coming to physical class. Remember yesterday that the university said that they will continue with online learning despite the protest action. We are continuing to both monitor Wits University as well as UJ, and we'll keep you updated as things develop. Back to you in studio.